Welcome to Little English Studio. Today's story takes us into the mind of a man whose curiosity knew no bounds, Leonardo da Vinci, a painter, inventor, anatomist, engineer, musician, and yet a man full of mysteries. Join us as we explore how Leonardo painted the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, sketched flying machines centuries before airplanes, dissected human bodies in secret, and filled thousands of notebooks with ideas beyond his time. This is the story of Leonardo da Vinci, the Renaissance genius who shaped our modern world. Leonardo was born on April 15th, 1452, in the Tuscan town of Vinci, Italy. He was the illegitimate son of a notary, Piero di Vinci, and a peasant woman, Caterina. Raised in modest circumstances, Leonardo spent his early years playing in olive groves, sketching plants, animals, and curious things he found. He observed birds in flight, studied water flowing over rocks, and drew everything from mushrooms to lizards. By age 14, he showed enough talent that his father apprenticed him to the workshop of Andrea del Verrocchio, a famous artist and sculptor in Florence. In Verrocchio's workshop, Leonardo learned painting, sculpture, metalwork, drafting, and how to grind his own pig. He studied anatomy from cadavers, engineering, mathematics, and even music. He collaborated on large works with other apprentices, but his charm and skill stood out. Legend says that when he painted an angel on a baptismal triptych, Verrocchio never touched paint again, overwhelmed by Leonardo's superior talent. In 1482, Leonardo moved to Milan and offered his services to Ludovico Sforza, painter, engineer, sculptor, and military advisor. In Milan, he painted the Last Supper, late 1490s, capturing Judas at Jesus' table with remarkable emotion, perspective, and composition. At the same time, he studied anatomy in secret, dissecting corpses to understand muscle, bone, and organs. His anatomical sketches were centuries ahead of their time. He also sketched flying machines, armored tanks, bridges, and mechanical devices, most of which were never built during his lifetime. After Milan fell, Leonardo returned to Florence. He worked for the ruling family, painted Mona Lisa, the most famous portrait in history, famous for her enigmatic smile and detailed sfumato soft blending of colors. He also worked as military architect, town planner, and engineer. But Florence was politically unstable, and Leonardo felt restless. He left amid rivalry with Michelangelo and shifting patrons. Leonardo spent years moving between Florence, Milan, Rome, and Venice, serving various dukes and popes. He rarely completed projects, but filled notebook upon notebook with ideas: hydraulic pumps, parachutes, human flight, anatomy studies, geometrical proportions, and philosophical reflections. These notebooks, rediscovered centuries later, are now legendary: the Codex Atlanticus, Codex Lestar, Madori, Docodices, and more. In 1516, Leonardo accepted an invitation from King Francis I of France. He moved to Amboise and lived his final years at the Château du Clos-Luz near the royal court. He continued to draw and think, with French nobility often visiting him for conversations. He painted little during this time but worked on engineering and botanical sketches. He died on May 2nd, 1519, at age 67, reportedly in the arms of the king or a visiting pupil, though he only finished around 20 paintings. Leonardo's works became pillars of art history, from Vitruvian Man to the Mona Lisa. His engineering designs influenced robotics, aeronautics, anatomy, and optics. Centuries later, his notebooks were recovered and studied by scientists and artists and now appear in museums and collections worldwide. His legacy is that of curiosity, interdisciplinary genius, and the belief that art and science belong together. Leonardo teaches us 5 powerful lessons. Curiosity over convention, never stop asking why. Interdisciplinary thinking, science, art, anatomy, musical connect, embrace failure. Most of his inventions failed in his lifetime. Observe nature deeply. His studies of water, plants, and anatomy were revolutionary. Leave behind ideas. Even unfinished notebooks can spark future generations. Leonardo da Vinci looked to the sky and saw flying machines. He opened corpses to map muscles. He painted decades-old myths in colors that still dazzle today. In every sketch he left behind, we find the echo of a genius who dreamed bigger than his era allowed. Thank you for watching Little English Studio. If Leonardo inspired you, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with other dreamers and thinkers. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Leonardo da Vinci. See you in the next